Economic sources. Occupations. Farming, employed at hotels, teaching, employed in factories, government service, medical field. This is a sample of parents' occupation taken as a part of Sampurna. You may already know about Sampurna, which is a project that collects all the details of every student in a school. You may be familiar with all the occupations shown in the picture. They are called economic activities because they generate or produce income. Like this, there are so many economic activities all around us. Can you identify them? Identify them and add them to the table 1 in the picture. Among the occupations shown in the picture, there are some related to agricultural sector. On analyzing the occupations, we can see that there are occupations from many other sectors as well. They are industry sector and service sector. There are three main sectors in our economy: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Primary sector. The primary sector consists or is made up of activities that make direct use of natural resources. As activities related to agriculture form a major part of it, it is also called the agricultural sector. Secondary sector. The secondary sector consists of activities that manufacture goods using products produced by the primary sector as raw materials. Here, more importance is given to the industrial activities and hence it is also called the industrial sector. Tertiary sector. This sector collects and distributes the products produced by the primary sector and secondary sector. In addition to this, it also consists of education, banking, transport, IT, etc. These are all services. Therefore, this sector is also known as the service sector. Is there any occupation that does not fall under any of these three sectors? Discuss. Levels of economic activity. Tertiary sector. It provides services to the consumers and other sector of industry. Secondary sector. Manufactures goods using the raw materials provided by the primary sector. Primary sector extracts and uses the natural resources of the earth. Economic growth takes place when all of these three sectors function as a whole. For example, raw cotton, a product of primary sector, is a raw material to the textile industry. The services of transport and communication are essential for supplying these products to the customers. All these are services of tertiary sector. Look at the picture depicting the interrelation among these sectors. Can you understand from the picture how they are interrelated? You may find out another example showing the interrelationship between these sectors. Central Statistical Office CSO has classified the economic activities included in the primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. This is given in the following table. Primary sector: agriculture and allied activities, forestry, fishing, and mining. Secondary sector: industry, generation of electricity, and building construction. Tertiary sector: trade, transport, hotel, communication, procurement, banking, insurance, business, real estate, and social services. Now, classify the economic activities of table number 1 in the following table. Central Statistical Office CSO. It is an institution that works under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Important functions: coordinate and analyze data, collect data of all sectors and process it for planning purpose, estimate national income using data. Sectors and related employment opportunities. Every occupation in our country falls under the primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. In India, the availability of employment in primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors is different. For example, sometimes there will be more jobs available in the tertiary sector, but not in the secondary sector. You can find an increased access to employment in some sectors while it is not so in the other sectors. Examine the table showing the percentage of employment availability in the different sectors from 1993 to 2011. Write your findings after analyzing Table 2 based on the following indicators. Which sector shows an increased trend in the availability of employment? Which sector shows highest availability of employment in all periods? How much is the employment availability in primary sector greater than that of the other two sectors in 2011? You have seen that primary sector has more employment opportunities than the other sectors. Here, agriculture and allied activities provide more employment opportunities. The food requirement of a country is met by the primary sector. Food grain production. India has been giving importance to the development of primary sector since independence. Well-planned activities have brought about much improvement in the food grain production. There has been a noticeable increase not only in employment opportunities but in the food grain production as well. Next is a graphical representation of the trend in food grain production in the India during different periods. What type of the change Thus, the diagram indicates. It shows that the production of food grains has increased over the years. The diagram states that there is a steady progress in food production in India, but poverty still remains in various parts of India even after the increased food production. What may be the reasons? Defects in distribution. Unequal quantities of food being distributed in different places. Low potential of individuals to purchase goods. This is perhaps because they don't have enough money to buy food or that availability of food in their area is less. Food security. Food security is attained when there is adequate availability of food for the needy. Food security exists when all the people at all the times have physical and economic access to sufficient nutritious food to meet the dietary needs and food preference for an active and healthy life. By analyzing the definition of food security, what conclusions do you arrive at? All people should get food. Food should be made available at all times. Food should be physically and economically available to all people at all times. Self-sufficiency in food. If a country is able to produce sufficient food to meet with the requirements of its people, it can be considered as self-sufficient in food. Poverty. As per the recommendation of Planning Commission, the people in urban areas whose intake of nutritious food less than 2,100 calories and those in rural areas whose intake of nutritious food less than 2,400 calories experience poverty. The Economic Survey 2011-12 states that the percentage of poverty in India is 29.8%. Bihar with the highest of 53.5%. Himachal Pradesh with the lowest of 9.5%. Kerala has a poverty rate of 12%. Poverty alleviation programs. Governments are trying to ensure food security by strengthening the public distribution system and implementing various poverty alleviation programs. Let us have a look at the projects and the programs being implemented by the governments. Government projects. Annapurna, Antyodaya Anna Yojana, Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Program, Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana. Government programs. Integrated Child Development Program, Midday Meal Program at schools, National Rural Livelihood Missions. See the word web depicting objectives of projects or programs being implemented at government level. Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana. Beneficial to the unemployed in the urban areas. Encourages self-employment. Annapurna. beneficial to the people who are above 65 years of age and having no income. Free supply of 10 kg of rice through ration shops. Andyodaya Anna Yojana, beneficial to the poorest families below the poverty line. Supply of 35 kg of rice and wheat at the rate of rupees 3 and rupees 2 per month respectively. Mahatma Gandhi Employment Guarantee Program, beneficial to those who are healthy and willing to work. Guarantees 100 days of employment. Persons of the age 18 and above can register. One third of the beneficiaries should be women. Midday meal program, beneficial to the students up to 8th standard in all government and aided schools. Ensures nutritious food through schools. National Rural Livelihood Mission provides assistance to self-help groups, provides financial aid through bank loans and subsidies. Integrated Child Development Program implemented through Anganawadis, children below 6 years of age, pregnant women, lactating mothers are the beneficiaries. Ensures a fixed quantity of nutritious food. You have seen how different projects and programs help to eradicate poverty and ensure food security. Enquire about the benefits of these programs in your locality. Kerala and the public distribution system. Kerala is not self-sufficient in food, so we depend on other states for food. For example, most of our vegetables come from Tamil Nadu. Kerala has a strong public distribution system to ensure food security. The public distribution outlets in Kerala supply rice, food products, and other essential commodities to the needy at fair price. There are many agencies functioning with the objective of providing essential commodities to the people at fair price. Let us see some of them. Public Distribution System PDS. Public Distribution System provides food items and other essential commodities to the people at reasonable prices, and the entire chain of such organizations are controlled by the government. Example, ration shops. You may visit one such agency in your locality and find out whether the commodities are sold at fair price. Challenges to food production. Though the production and distribution of food are effectively managed by the public distribution system, our food production sector still faces certain challenges. Some of the challenges faced by the food production sector are crop failures due to natural calamities, using agricultural land for non-agricultural purposes, reducing the rate of subsidies, unable to purchase agricultural machines, climate changes, unable to ensure crop insurance, excessive use of fertilizers, reducing soil fertility. It is important that these issues and challenges are paid attention to so as to ensure food security by improving food production and distribution. Subsidy is money given by the government to a person, business, or organization to keep the price of their products low. Summary: the interrelationship of primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors is the base of economic growth. For proper economic growth, the three sectors have to function as a whole. Among the three sectors of the economy, the agriculture still provides more employment opportunities. Indian economy witnesses a trend of increasing employment opportunities in the secondary and tertiary sectors and decreasing employment opportunities in the primary sector. Even after enhanced food production, India has to go a long way to attain food security. An efficient public distribution system and welfare activities of the government help to attain food security. Significant learning outcomes classifies the economic activities into primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. Statistically represents the details of employment opportunities in each sector. Explains the changes in the field of food production. Describes the circumstances that lead to food security. Evaluates the features of different poverty alleviation projects and programs implemented by the government. Finds out the necessity of public distribution system. Describes the challenges faced by the food production sector and suggests measures to address them. Let us assess. Give an example to show the interrelationship of primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors. Classify the economic activities given below into different sectors: fishing, teaching, banking, factory work, mining, building, real estate, electricity generation construction. Tertiary sector attains prominence nowadays. Elucidate. Which are the agencies supplying essential commodities at fair price in Kerala? Even now, agriculture sector has its own importance in India. Examine this statement based on production and employment opportunities. Which of the government programs demands the condition that one-third of the beneficiaries should be women? Antyodaya Anna Yojana, Annapurna, Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Program, Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana. Public distribution system helps to attain food security. Evaluate the statement. Civil supplies outlet stands for common man. Justify. Food production is facing a lot of challenges. Substantiate the statement. Prepare a note on any one of the poverty alleviation projects of the central government. Extended activities. Find out the challenges faced by the food production sector in your locality and suggest measures to overcome them. Conduct an inquiry and find out the sector providing more employment opportunities in your locality. Thank you.